All right, coming back with a semi-sad one today as it is time to let go of a couple more pens, some that aren't getting used as much, but they were highly desirable, rare to begin with, and not easy to get. But in any event, I get them, enjoy them, and then time to pass them on to others who will hopefully get the same amount of enjoyment as I did. All right, first up, we have the Autmog 47 aluminum twist. This is a oldie but goodie. It was not easy to locate this one, although there are a few out there, not many willing to move them. But this one's cool. It's got a little mechanism that you twist here. This one currently has the Caco refill 0.5. Here we go. This is aluminum. I did not do a review individually of either one of these pens that I could remember, and I just didn't even want to go look through the other previously posted videos whether I did or not, because this one, these are sold, so I have to get them packaged up so they can be dropped off. This was one of my very favorite pens for a long time, for the better part of the last 10 months, because the oversized diameter, 47, was offset beautifully by the weight of the aluminum. So this thing really was great for longer duration writing, ease of control. When I was just starting to put pen to paper again after 20 some odd years of not really writing anything down since I got my iPhone 3, probably stopped writing any kind of notes down or journaling of any kind. This one really was nice because I didn't have to overdo it on the grip pressure, because the diameter didn't really allow for that. So writing was pleasurable. And again, that's because of I guess, the dramatic offset versus maybe what this would have weighed in a titanium or a copper, whatever other materials were made. This being aluminum, super light, worked great, great to manipulate the pen, running either the Caco, or I did run a SRX 600 for a while, switching between the inks. This one really was great, really great. And it's just, over the last year, I've really acquired some pens that I'm super fond of, and I carry more often. If I have to grab one out of the tray here, the holder, this one just wasn't getting picked up enough. And there's plenty of people more so looking to pick up an Autmog than one's willing to let them go. And I just happen to be a person who will let them go if I don't use them. So that being said, 47 aluminum, huge winner, great pen, one of my favorites. All right, moving on. Next one to go. Another aluminum pen. This one, super. Look, all Autmogs are rare because Brian makes them, whatever the design he's working on, or variant. And then when he runs out of the material, or he runs out of loving that design, he comes up with a new one and then does not revisit them. So they're rare. That being said, some of these configurations are more rare than others. This happens to be one of them. This is a clipped pen, Parker size refill. So it also carries, so clipped makes it a little bit more rare. The cone nose makes it more rare. Being tapered makes it more rare. And having the grip lines makes it even more rare. So this is probably one of the more rare. Now, in the last year, I think I've only seen 4 of these pens be around, including this one. And the 3 others were never for sale or for trade. One of them was in a blue Cerakote. 2 of them were in the natural aluminum shiny finish. This was, and I just wasn't loving it, so I had my buddy bead blast it, and it is a beautiful finish on it. The snappiness of this mechanism is fantastic. Writes great in hand. feels great in hand when writing. Again, being on the lighter side of all the pens I own. Yeah, that is snappy. It makes writing pleasurable. This also running, again, I switched this one also from the SRX over to the Caco refill. And it's just a pleasure to write with, a pleasure to own. It was not easy to get. I remember I had to do a hell of a lot of hurdle jumping to put the deal together to get this. And I did require some help from a buddy putting in some good words, which it seems like almost every pen that I have gotten, for the most part, has required some extra help. Got into this game very late, and there's a lot of curmudgeons in here who don't want to move things around, which for newcomers makes it very, very difficult. Money doesn't seem to be a factor to the majority of these people holding the pens, so offering money doesn't help. Connections are what's needed. And I'm happy that I've been able to now become a person that is a helper or a facilitator of newer people getting in, trying to get themselves a pen that's probably not as easily achievable without some help. So I'm happy to help out when I can, do my little part to give back. This pen, great pen, love this pen. My only wish was maybe if this was in titanium, then it would have been probably one I would not give away. I shouldn't say give away, one that I wouldn't let go of. I've sold this pen. And yeah, this really does check every box other than maybe the material. If this was a titanium for me, it would not be leaving at all, because it checks having a clip, having a taper, having some of the grip lines, which I enjoy, and of course the cone nose, my favorite nose that Brian makes. And there we have it. So just a quick little overview to remember these by when I look back in the future and look at some of the pens that I chased down and enjoyed for a bit of time, and then moved along. This one will be a very great memory, as with the 47. So there you have it. 2 aluminum Autmogs, both rare in nature. You don't see them come around very often. Both were not easy to get. Both were enjoyed for the entirety of my ownership of them. And both are going to new homes that they will be enjoyed. So there's that. Autmogs, sad day, happy day. It is what it is. Have a great day.